The Acland Street upgrade has created division and debate amongst residents, businesses and government. Research was conducted about 3 years ago, but some believe it to be inconclusive and not relevant today. With the final decision looming, my newsroom investigated the issues. Hugo Armstrong filed this report.
If they don't defer and have proper consultation and really take into consideration all the factors, and they put that tram terminus in Acland Street, they will kill the iconic street as we know it today.
On the 8th of December, the Port Phillip Council will vote on St Kilda's Acland Street proposal, which will close part of the street to traffic, introduce a mall at the Barclay Street end, and eliminate parking right up the shopping strip to Carlisle Street. The proposal is part of Public Transport Victoria and Yarra Tram's Route 96 upgrade, which is intended to increase access to trams and safety for customers, improve tram reliability and efficiency, ensure better use of the road network, and demonstrate the benefits of a modern light rail system.
Proposal is a PTV proposal to include a disability access tram stop into Acland Street. Under the Federal Disability Discrimination Act, PTV have a requirement to ensure that every tram stop in the state is disability compliant by 2030.
But at the moment we are in a consultation process, and we're here to listen to the community to see what people like about it, what people don't like about it, and come up with a plan that is acceptable by most people.
I think it would be very good to eliminate cars, certainly from Acland Street, because that is really going to bring a lot of soul into the place.
There's points to both sides of the story. I can see the benefits. I don't think it's going to dramatically impact people as much as they think either way.
It would just bring more people, and better for tourism, better for retail, better for the shops, businesses. I'm sure the businesses, there's plenty of parking either side, behind.
It's very hard to know who's going to be winners and losers out of something like that. But once again, in a general sense, I don't think we should ever be shortening transport routes. We should probably be lengthening them, if anything.
What happened with Fitzroy Street will happen with Acland Street. There's been major tram upgrades in Fitzroy Street, and actually the removal of a lot of car parks, which has severely impacted the retailers and the cafes in Fitzroy Street.
I find myself on the side of the traders. They are the people who make Acland Street really what it is.
I'm actually quite positive for the change. I feel like it might even bring more foot traffic, a bit of a Burke Street cosmopolitan feel.
Given so many of us in the community have very strong feelings against it, I'm totally against it. I think it's a stupid idea.
The new terminus situated in Acland Street near the Acland Court entrance will have a 2-track layout in order to improve the reliability and travel times. The public place will continue down to Barclay Street, but traffic will end at Belford Street.
Several issues have confronted the Council and PTV, including the location and layout of the new terminus, traffic congestion, and the loss of parking along the shopping strip.
Of the 15-20 people that spoke, I think, as far as I'm aware, about 15 were against the terminus in Acland Street, 5 were for.
For example, even in this restaurant, in the dining room, you don't put something big in the middle of it. You have to leave it open to future changes. To go putting these big, huge trams in the middle of Acland Street kills it immediately.
I'm worried about what it's going to do to the traffic, of course. I don't really think that it's that broken right now. I don't get why this has to happen at all.
The biggest concern is traffic down Pumpkin Lane, which is used as a supply place or rubbish collection and supply deliveries to the shops.
Yeah, they're going to close the street. They're going to lose 2 car spaces, it is. You know, a lot of people just drive through, and if they see a spot, well, there they are. They stop and they go to Woolworths, they go to Coles, they have a coffee across the road, they have some lunch here.
Given that the parking's going to be lost, I think that it'll definitely impact most of Acland Street.
Well, this is going to be an absolute godsend to the council revenue-wise, because people are going to try and park somewhere because it's a major destination, a tourist destination.
It's a jump in the dark. We don't know what the ultimate outcome is when they build it. I mean, it's certainly going to have a dramatic negative effect on parking.
I think that we need to provide more parking for free. If you want people to come to St Kilda, have free fucking parking. It's not that hard.
Parking in my street is always hard to get. It will be doubly hard to get
The Acland Street Traders Association submitted an alternative proposal to PTV, which was rejected. Public Transport Victoria and Yarra Trams declined to be interviewed for this story, but sent us a statement that was sent as part of a letter to the City of Port Phillip on the 17th of November.
PTV has investigated the Acland Street Traders Association alternative proposal to relocate the terminus to the corner of Acland and Carlisle Streets. The alternative only shows one track. This would impact on the reliability of the service and cause delays for not only the Route 96 but for the Route 16 and 3A. The alternative plan places a new terminus within the curved section of the tram track. PTV cannot build platforms in curved sections of the track for safety reasons, as it creates driver sight issues. There is also a problem with the future 45-metre trams if they are introduced in the future. PTV also wants to ensure that the current terminus maintains its connections to other modes of public transport in Barclay Street. PTV has determined that the best outcome for all is that the terminus remains in the proposed location in Acland Street.
We don't know all the details. We don't have all the information.
Council has carried out a two-phase engagement approach. Phase 1 was conducted between 23rd March and 19th of April this year, and before the draft streetscape plan was developed. As part of the consultation, Council distributed 9,300 newsletters with reply-paid surveys to local residents, conducted online consultation on Have Your Say, held 3 on-street consultations, one-on-one meetings with businesses, plus a drop-in session and various paid advertising and social media updates. Phase 2 of the engagement process was conducted between 28th of October to 15th of November to obtain feedback on the draft streetscape framework plan. This consultation had the same engagement activities as the first round and recorded a 40% increase in the amount of feedback received.
Most of the shopkeepers, businesses and residents we spoke to indicated they believed that not enough consultation had been done by the council.
I don't think that they did a very good job of it. The times that they gave for traders were not really appropriate times for traders to get away from their businesses, so it was very poorly attended.
As we've seen in Bridge Road, Richmond, between Punt Road and Chapel Street, there's 60% vacancy since they've put in the super stops and taken away car parking.
I haven't been aware of enough. I think that you can never have enough consultation.
I think they should delay it definitely.
There has not been enough consultation. The council continually says we consult, but what they don't do is actually develop and communicate a very good educational campaign to the retailers and the residents about what the real impacts are and to actually listen and act on that feedback.
I think there was not enough consultation in the whole thing. I would have expected people from the council at least dropping to individual businesses and maybe explaining the situation and discussing.
I have heard all about this. We've had many, leaflet drops, things like that. There's been lots of opportunity, I think, for people to get involved and say what they want.
I know it will change the shape of the whole business community here forever.
Life is in the street. Putting trams there does not make it a mall. The idea of a mall is the sugar coating on the bitter pill.
We have an opportunity to look at options that actually could help Acland Street, and I think that's the most important factor here is let's stop, make sure that the analysis of where the tram stop is going is done in conjunction with vibrancy and not what PTV is trying to achieve.
Council officers are reviewing all feedback from Phase 2 engagement and will prepare a consultation summary report due to be released on Council's website prior to the 8th of December Council meeting.